Hey everyone, I'm Effys, coach for Version1 Valorant.
It's all left up to Effys. He doesn't have any utility to try and stop it either, but he gets both kills. Can he get the last one as well? He can.
I basically started playing FPS game when I was like 14 or 13, I think, which is ages ago, like 15 years ago. Never really tried going pro before. I always played like competitive and like semi-pro, but never really tried make a like living out of it. Basically just went to school, got an engineering degree, and just had a normal 9-to-5 job until COVID hit 3 years ago, and then my job kind of slowed down, and then Valorant came out at the exact same time, and I was at home with nothing to do, and I was like, you know what, I might as well just try and grind this game, you know. And within a few weeks, me and a couple of buddies from a team called French Canadians back then, we got pretty good pretty quickly, and then we ended up getting signed to Gen G. So that was my first professional gaming experience, and I was with Gen G for about 8 months. Then sadly, I got removed from the roster. I was offered a coach position there, and I figured, I want to keep playing. Then I was on a short stint with NRG as a sub. And then maybe a few months later, and I think it was January 2021, I joined Version1 as part of their brand new roster with Alexis, Vanity, Penny, and Player One. And I've been at Version1 for 2 years now. We had really high highs, like we went to Iceland as the first Masters event ever, where we finished like 5th, 6th, I think. And also we had a pretty good run in VCT last year, went 5 unknown groups. So yeah, we've also had the fairly low lows. My goal was to keep playing. I really wish I could have kept playing. I think I was in still good form, and I thought I could have compete, but at the same time, I'm 30 now. It would have been quite the risk with the current VCT format, with the timing especially. Like I think when I was free agent, most teams were formed, so it was kind of a risk whether I jump into coaching right away or do I try and give it a shot. But by the time that this whole qualifying thing is over, there might be any spots left. And Version1 came to me and basically offered me to coach their team, which I did not give a thought about before. Like I didn't really think about it. But then the more I thought about this whole thing, the more it made sense for me. Like I said, I'm pretty old now. I need kind of stability in my life. I'm really super passionate about Valorant. I'm a passionate player, but I'm also passionate about the game itself. So coaching makes sense for me. Basically, every team I've played for before has offered me a coach position. So I'm assuming that I'm doing something right to a certain degree. I think I always thought I would be a good coach when my playing career was over, but it did come a bit earlier than expected. This whole thing kind of happened really fast. I had other few offers to coach other teams, but I figured that this P1 team was super motivated. Like the players are super hungry. I mean, the vibe in the team is like unlike anything I've seen before. Like it's super positive. People are like in the same mindset. Everybody's on the same page. Y'all just want to get better. And there's nothing more I could hope for as a coach really to get my career started really. My first impression were that the team has a lot of potential. Like I think this team with the proper tools has what it takes to be the best game changer team ever. Also make waves in the co-head scene. Like I truly believe that they have what it takes. They have the motivation, they have the passion, they have the skills for it. The first thing I noticed when I started coaching is that this team has super high potential, but they're lacking a certain sense of confidence. I think that I really hope that I can bring and like give them the confidence they need to achieve their true potential. But I think I was really impressed with their attitude and their vibe and how different it is from other teams. Like there is no ego on this team. I feel like everybody's like super level-headed, and that's what impressed me the most. Mel is the hardest working IGL I've seen so far. She like puts a ton of hours. She's always watching VODs. She's always asking questions about like how do I think we should do something, or how the team thinks we should do stuff. She has like a no ego, and she just wants to get better, honestly, and that I really like that from her. I mean, to be like that after winning like what she's won like 7 game changer championship or something, like that's proof that she doesn't really care about where she is right now. She just wants to get better, and I mean as a coach that's kind of a dream actually. I mean Alexis reminds me of myself in the sense that she's like a very selfless player, and her utility is really great. I think she like has some of the best usage I've seen so far. She's always thinking about the team first. Like she doesn't think about herself, and you need players like that on any successful team. I've always prided myself to be a player like that. So like watching it in her is pretty cool as a coach. Then we have I mean Floor, or like she's what, like 17 or 16 now? I don't know, but she's a crack duelist, and like everybody has seen her highlight. Everybody's talked about her. She's getting praise from like everyone around the scene, so she never has like a bad game or something. She's always fragging, and so that's, as a coach, again, that's pretty nice to have. Like you have this stable player that's just gonna fry everyone, so that's pretty cool. Then we have Nicole Noya. She's our Sentinel player. She's like insanely skilled. She has like probably the best aim on the team. She's just super cracked. I think she's still getting used to like the Killjoy Cypher thing because she's been on Chamber for so long. She was the Diddy Chamber player for our team, so it's like a roll back the years because she's played Sentinel before, obviously, but it was like a very different playstyle. But she's doing really great so far. I mean, considering she's in a different country and just grinding Valorant, she's like the grinder of the team. She's always on. And finally, we have Sarah. Sarah has impressed me so much. Very vocal on the team. She like gives out ideas. We make a call that like the whole team is not sure about anything. She'll be the one to be like, well, we shouldn't do this. We should do this something else instead. Yeah, our comms are really great. Our util is also good. She learned Sova in like very short amount of time. She learned all the darts she had. Really, really underrated, I feel like, and she's definitely a name that we can look forward to in the next coming months or years. The team's goal is to just compete in every single co-ed tournament that there is under challengers and to be considered as the best team that is not in the VCT right now. Like, we want to be the best team that's not in challengers or franchise, basically. Like, I want everybody to think that, well, next year they got a chance to be in, because right now they are if I'd say like franchising is tier 1, challengers tier 2, I want us to be the best tier 3 team done, like by a fair margin. So that's what my goal is. That's where I think we can be, honestly.